Now try to go back to that February 24, 2022. How do you remember that day in your memory?
I remember it was cloudy, very frozen day. In that day, we don't really believe what it started. We don't understand what happened. We're watching news. We were in shock. We don't understand what we're gonna do next. And in another hand, we're thinking, okay, it's like in 2014 or 2015. It's end in 10 days. It's not gonna be long because how it's possible a big war in center of Europe in 21st century. It was dramatic day, but without fear.
What do you remember most vividly from those 75 days you spent in Mariupol with your family?
I really remember how home of my grandmother was on fire. Uh, I just standing in the broken window and seeing how all history of our family, all my childhood place where I place with toys, a place where we make a pelmeni or vareniki with my granny, drink tea. It's on fire now. Also, I remember how Russian tanks entered the street of Mariupol, of my neighborhood, and I remember how Azovstal was on fire, how in dark night, where all city was without electricity, only Azovstal was on fire, and all sky was orange.
In your film, you show days when food was scarce, you had to cook over an open fire. In those moments, what motivated you to keep filming?
Uh, uh, in first days of war, I told myself, okay, Vlad, you don't want to be a journalist and filmmaker. You need to start filming. You need to make a history. And every day I remind myself, it's maybe a last day for me. So I need to keep shooting this history to left after me something, to let a truth after me, because I always thinking like maybe no one knows what happening at us, maybe no one saw this crisis, this fear of people, this pain, and it was really important. And also this was some reflection for me, reflection about how our life before is ended and how this process is going. This was also very important for me because creativity and art helped me not go crazy, and the process of shooting helped me to keep myself.
And how does it feel for you to follow the developments of the war in Ukraine while living abroad from your country?
It's hard to show all of this. Sometimes I try not following news and just live new life, my student's life. But it's not real when in Ukraine and in occupied territory stay some people, and you need to contact them, and you return for these horrible days.
Vlad, after what you witnessed in Mariupol and after the war that affected your family, do you still believe in peace?
I believe in peace. I want a peace, but mostly I want injustice. But we will see what do next. I believe what good always win. I hope it will be a good future for all of us, and someday we just sit in Kiev, drink tea. We will be always remember these dark times, but I wanna see a light in the end of this hell.